All right, welcome back. Now, we'll be looking at the types of electric charges. Types of electric charges. Now, basically, we have two types of charges, and they are the what? The positive charge and the what? The negative charge. Now, let's start with the what? The positive charge. Now, a positively charged body is said to have what? A positive electricity. A positively charged body is said to have a positive electricity. And similarly, a negatively charged body is also said to have what? Negative what? Electricity. Now, the next thing is, how do we produce a negative charge and also a what? A positive charge. Now, let's start with a positive charge. Now, a positive charge, for you to obtain a positive charge, obtain a what? A glass rod and a silk material. Now, you rub the glass rod vigorously on the silk material. For instance, if this is the glass rod and this is the silk material, now you rub them vigorously for a period of time. Now, after that action is done, now the glass rod will be found to be what? Positively charged, whereas the silk material will be found to be what? Negatively charged. So, how do that happen? Now, the positively charged glass rod now is said to be positively charged because it has lost some electrons or it has lost some electrons to the what? The silk material, leaving it to have what? Positive charges more than what? The electrons. Now, whereas the silk material will be found to be what? Negatively charged because it has acquired some excess electrons from the what? The glass rod, leaving it to be what? Negatively charged. So therefore, anytime a glass rod is rubbed on a what? A silk material, the glass rod becomes positively charged, whereas the what? The silk material becomes negatively charged because the glass rod lost some electrons to the what? The silk material. Now, similarly, for us to produce a negative charge, now we obtain a what? An ebonite rod and a 4 or a woolly material. Now, a 4, of course, we know what a 4 is. Any material that is what? Made from animal steel that has what? More of hair on its surface. Now, when you rub an ebonite rod or a plastic rod on a what? A 4 material. Similarly, the ebonite rod or the plastic rod will be found to be what? Negatively charged. Whereas the 4 material will be found to be what? Positively charged. So what do you think actually takes place between the two during the process of the what? The rubbing or the friction. Now, during the process of the rubbing, now the ebonite rod was able to what? To acquire some what? Electrons from the what? The 4 material. So making it to have what? More of excess what? Electrons after the rubbing. So that is why the glass rod, the ebonite rod is going to become what? Negatively charged. Whereas the what? The 4, since it has lost some of its electrons to the what? To the ebonite rod, is going to become what? Positively charged. So that is how it's being done. So that is how simple experiment for you to produce your what? Your positive charge and also your what? Your negative charge. All right. However, when you obtain this positively charged glass rod and this negatively charged ebonite rod, when you tend to what? To bring them together, they tend to what? To attract each other. Similarly, when you have two positively charged glass rods, let's say this is a glass rod positively charged, and this one is also another glass rod that is positively charged. Now, when you try to bring them closer together, they tend to what? To repel away from each other. Similarly, when you have two negatively charged ebonite rods, try to bring them closer, they also tend to what? To repel away from each other. But when you bring a positively charged glass rod and a negatively charged ebonite rod together, they tend to what? Attract each other. Telling us that what? That when two bodies are having the same charge or similar charge, they tend to what? To repel each other. Whereas when two bodies are having similar charges or unlike charges, they tend to what? To attract each other. So that will lead us to the what? The fundamental law of electrostatics. The fundamental law of what? electrostatics. Now, what does the law actually state? It's just what we just finished explaining. That what? Like charges what? Repel, while unlike charges what? Attract each other. All right, the next thing we shall be looking at are conductors and insulators. Conductor and insulators. We've already discussed what conductors and insulators are when we are talking about the concept of what? Of heat energy. Conductors and insulators. But for the sake of the class, conductors, of course, we said they are what? Materials that allow electrons to what? To pass through them easily. Materials that allow electrons to pass through them easily. Examples include all metals, such as copper, silver, iron, and the rest of them. We also have what? Materials such as what? Damp air, acid solution, and all other what? Examples. They are there in your notes. You check them. Now, similarly, insulators are those materials that do not allow um, electrons to pass through them easily. Examples include what? Plastic, rubber, wood, glass. All these are examples of what? Insulators. All right, so we're going to pause here for now. Check the next video for the continuation. All right. Now, the next most important thing we are looking into is what is known as the what? The gold leaf electroscope. The gold leaf electroscope. Now, what is gold leaf electroscope? What is it used for? Now, the gold leaf electroscope is a device that is used for what? For testing and then what? Detecting the what? The nature of what? Small charges on bodies. There's a device that is used for what? For detecting and then testing what? Small charges on objects. Now, through the help of the gold leaf electroscope, you can be able to detect if there's a charge on a body, or and after knowing that there's a charge on the body, then what type of charge? The charge on the body, is it a positive charge or it's a negative charge? Now we are going to look at the essential features of the what? The gold leaf electroscope. What is it consist of and how does it look like? All right, now here is a diagram of the gold leaf electroscope. The gold leaf electroscope. Now, the device actually consists of a metal brass disc. This is the metal brass disc where the object is going to be placed on top. And then it has an insulating plug. This green place, that is the insulating plug. And the function of the insulating plug is what? To stop contact between the what? The brass disc and other parts of the what? The device. And the brass discs also have what? A brass rod that is what? Joined together with the what? The gold leaves. The gold leaves, which is the most sensitive or the most important part of the what? The device. So these are the what? The gold leaves. They are not normally two, so that they easily open. So the brass stem or the brass rod is what? Is joined together with the what? The gold leaf. And then this is a what? A metal case that is most times made of glass, so that the action taking place inside the what? The gold leaf can be seen. So this is a metal case, but in most cases it is made of what? Of glass. The case is normally glass. And then here is what? Is earthen. So it is connected to what? The ground. So this is the what? The gold leaf electroscope. So we are going to continue on how do we now use this gold leaf electroscope to what? To do all the things that we have mentioned. All right, so the next thing we will be looking at are charging the gold leaf electroscope. Charging the gold leaf electroscope. All right. Now, basically, there are two methods of charging the gold leaf electroscope. Remember, we already said that we can use our gold leaf electroscope to, one, test the what? Or detect the presence of a charge in a body. Secondly, we can use it to what? To know the nature of a charge on a body. And thirdly, we can use it to what? to distinguish between conductors and insulators. But before we can use our electroscope to do any of this, we need to first of all charge the what? The electroscope. Now, just like we said, we have two methods of charging the electroscope. Now, the first method is the contact method. And the second method is the electrostatic induction method. Electrostatic induction method. All right, so by contact method, just like the name implies, by contact method, now a body that is charged either positively or negatively is brought in contact with the what? With the brass cap of the what? The gold leaf electroscope. For instance, let's say this is my positively charged body, and then this is my gold leaf electroscope. And this is the cap where the object or the body is going to be placed. Now, by bringing your positively charged body, for instance, in contact with the what? With the cap of the gold leaf electroscope, some charges will be what? Passed from the what? The gold leaf, from the positively charged body down to the what? The gold leaf electroscope, and they will pass through this metal at the brass discs down to the what? The gold leaves. And the leaves will be found to what? To diverge as a result of this. Meaning that what? Some charges have actually been what? Be passed from the what? The body that was placed on